According to your point of view, what do you think about the actual situation of the road traffic and the contamination this takes?
Well, in reference to pollution in Mexico City, it's a complex issue, and it has to be with different parts or things. One of them, obviously, is the highway system that we have here in Mexico City. The main problem has been the increase in the number of cars per capita that has occurred here in Mexico City in the last decade. So we have had an explosive growth, and nowadays the highway system has been unable to deal with all the cars that use them at peak hours in the morning as well as in the evening.
I think that there is a great market of cars that is currently transiting between Estado de Mexico, the Mexico City.
Would you think that the solution is in the use of electric or hybrid cars, and why?
The issue about the hybrid cars, I think that it can be a very good solution because they didn't contribute so much as the automotive with internal combustion. So it can be a partial solution in order to deal with the problem of pollution here in Mexico City, but it will not solve the problem completely.
I think that the solution can be, it's a great possibility to be on the usage of hybrid and electric cars, but in the case of Mexico, I think that a transition has to be done before the electric cars. Why? Because we don't have the infrastructure to provide the electric cars with the charge.
We know that the join of a car is thanks to different part suppliers. Do you think that using a logistical provider we can optimize the construction of the product?
Well, in reference to the use of DHLE as a supplier, as a logistics supplier, can be helpful for the different enterprises in the automotive industry. But perhaps the most important issue that we have with this industry is that they tend to form clusters.
For starters, I think that this can be 3PL can be a solution to this problem for starters only, because you can see that most of the companies in Mexico are SMEs, which are small and medium companies, and they cannot provide a full and a robust supply chain for the assemblers or the manufacturers to have their products in time and with the proper handling conditions.
The German government had proposed to stop using internal combustion vehicles by 2030. Do you think Mexico and our automotive industry is ready for a similar system?
German initiative in order to eliminate all the automotive of internal combustion for 2030, it's very ambitious, and I think that it's feasible in developed countries such as Germany. But in Mexico, perhaps we will have several difficulties to implement. First, because there has been many consumers didn't like the hybrid cars due to the speed or their specification. So I don't know if the market will be able to eliminate completely the internal combustion cars.
I think that it's not possible in Mexico, mainly because the German government and the country itself has many infrastructure to help this law to pass. And in Mexico, it's not that possible because we don't have that infrastructure and we don't have that kind of technology.
We choose our first solution because we think that the main problem within the supplier and the company is the lack of communication. For example, the most of the batteries come from Taiwan, and the delay will result in a big economical loss. We think that the logistics supplier will improve the chain and the process of assembly.